Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I am a drone pilot, and today, for your viewing pleasure, I have an RC charger which goes by the name of the Q200 Neo. It's by SKYRC. Now I'm going to tell you right off the bat, a lot of you are going to want to buy this charger because it charges 4 batteries at once. Not only that, it's an AC-DC charger, so a lot of chargers on the market are usually DC, some of them are AC, and when they're AC they need a big brick on the back to control the AC power. This one's built in, so on the back you can plug in DC or AC to power this device. And you're probably wondering, which batteries can I charge on this baby? Because I'm pretty interested. Well, the list of all the batteries you can charge are right up here. You just select them in the menu. Normally it detects the proper battery, but if not, just select it in the menu. And now you're asking, what can I do to those batteries? Can I just charge them? No, you can charge them, you can balance charge them, you can discharge them, and you can store them, so it's full featured. So now let me show you a quick demo of what this baby can do, and then come back to me and I'll tell you some more interesting things about this and some of the things you'll find really cool. So check this out. First, let me show you what comes in the box as well as the cool physical features of the Neo. Here we have the box. Inside the box you'll find the quick start guide, the Neo, and the power cable. The unit has a 2.8-inch color display. On the right hand side you have the port button, which will allow you to select between the 4 ports, as well as the scroll wheel, which lets you move between the information as well as acts as an enter key. On the rear you can plug in an AC power input from 100 to 240 volts, then you have your fan for cooling. Next you have your DC input, and you can plug in a DC input from 10 to 30 volts. Port A can be found on the left hand side of the Neo, and it has a balance port as well as a voltage port. You'll find ports B and C on the front of the unit, and as you can see here, port B has a voltage port as well as a balance port, and so does port C. It has a voltage port as well as a balance port. The last set of ports can be found on the right hand side. Here you can see that port D also has a voltage port as well as a balance port. And finally, there's a USB 3 charger that can charge items up to a max of 20 watts. The bottom is partially open so that it can draw in cool air. The bottom also contains a label with some of the unit's specs. The sticker on the top of the unit tells you with AC input power it can output 200 watts, with DC input power it can output 400 watts. I'll explain that later in this video. And now let me show you a quick demonstration of how the Q200 works. When you plug in the unit, this is the display you receive. You can quickly check out the status of each of the ports by pressing the ports button and moving through ports A, B, C, and D. You can also use the scroll wheel to scroll through all the ports. Now here I've connected 5 batteries of different voltages to the Q200. I'm powering the unit with DC power, so I have a 6S battery plugged in. Then in port D I have another 6S battery. Then in port C I have a 4S battery. And in port B, I have a 3S battery, and finally in port A, I have a 2S battery. Looking at the screen of the Neo, you can see the 6S battery and the voltage, the 4S battery and the voltage, the 3S battery and the voltage, and finally the 2S battery and the voltage. Now let's begin with the 2S battery. So A is selected, press enter a second time to go into the charge settings. Battery type is shown as LiPo, which is correct. Also, the battery is a 2S battery, which is also correct. Now we need to select the task. Balance charge means you want to charge up the battery as well as ensure each of the cells is at the same voltage. If you select charge, the process is a bit faster because the cells are not balanced. If you select storage, then each of the cells within the battery are set at a storage voltage, which is great if you don't plan to use the battery for a long time. And if you select discharge, you can remove much of the voltage from the cells. This is great for a battery that just won't balance. So for this example, we are going to balance charge our 2S battery. Next, we select the end voltage for our battery cells, which is already at 4.2, which is correct. However, the charge current is a bit low because our battery is a 5000 milliamp hour LiPo battery, so that means we need to set this at 5 amps. Once the correct number of amps is selected, we can then move down to the start option, press the enter key, and balance charge commences. On screen you can see the current voltage of the battery as well as the number of amps being pushed into the battery, and over on the right you can see the 2 cells. They will increase to 4.2 volts, which is the end voltage. And now as the charging continues, let's go to port B, which has our 3-cell LiPo battery. Pressing the scroll wheel takes us to the charge settings. Everything looks correct except for the charge current. Our battery is a 1500 milliamp hour LiPo battery 3S, so we have to change this to 1.5 amps. Then select start, press enter, and the balance charge will commence. Each of the cells will charge up to 4.2 volts. Now let's go to our 4S battery on port C. Now for this battery, I don't plan on using it for a while, so I'm going to put it in storage mode. You can select the storage voltage per cell. 3.8 volts is pretty much standard, so I'll leave it at that. Next, select start, press enter, and the cells of the battery will be set to 3.8 volts. Now it's important to point out that if your voltage is higher than 3.8 volts, the voltage will decrease, and if the voltage is lower, the voltage will increase. In either case, the cell voltage will end up at 3.8 volts and your battery's ready for storage. Now on port D, I also have a 6-cell battery attached, and that battery is not going to be used anymore, so I want to place the cells into storage voltage, so I'm going to select storage. And just like the previous battery, each of the cells will be set to 3.8 volts. To see the activity of all 4 batteries at once, press the port button. Now to enter the settings menu on the charger, simply hold down the scroll wheel. Within this menu, you can configure the charger to your specific liking for how you're using it with AC as well as DC, as well as sounds, display, and other functions. All right, you're back to me, and let me tell you one other thing about this charger. Now, something a lot of people don't realize is that when you buy chargers that can charge like 4 batteries at once, you're not getting 200 watts per output on these chargers. It has to divide it up. So in this case, if you plug an AC power source into the back and you put 4 batteries of any type on here, each output is only shooting out 50 watts. You know, it divides up to 200 by 4. But if you plug a DC power source in the back, like a lot of us do because we come home from the field with all these batteries that we charged up, couldn't use them, we don't feel like putting them in storage, so what we do is we plug them into the back of the charger and then we use them to charge batteries that we're going to use the next day, which might be of a different size. Well, in that case, if you use a DC power source, you plug a battery in the back, you can then charge up 4 batteries, and instead of 50 watts being shot out to each one, it's 100 watts. On the side port, it actually shoots out 20 watts out of USB-C. So if I plug in a USB-C cable on the side and I take my DJI mini batteries, I could charge them up with full voltage as if I had a super powerful power brick on the side. And on my screen, it's going to give me all the info as well. Now, if you look at the front of this charger down at the bottom, right here, it says Bluetooth. Why does it say that? That's because you could control batteries, charging, discharge, everything else with an app, as well as monitor it. So I can put batteries in, go sit someplace else, monitor it because it's Bluetooth. Well, as far as the Bluetooth range will allow. So the app is called SKYRC. If you look at the top of the screen, it says channel A, B, C, and D. That's port number A, B, C, D on your charger, obviously. So what you do is you plug in a battery. So let me plug in a battery to port number C. So you're going to see me do it right here in the front. I'm putting a 4-cell battery right here into port number C. There we go. So the battery's in. I haven't touched any buttons on here. I just put it down. It's powered on. Next on my phone, I look at the top and I go, let's go to port number C. I've just put a 4S battery on there. It tells me there's LiPo 4-cell. And what do you want to do? Do you want to charge it, balance charge it, discharge it, store it? So I'm going to go here, balance charge it. Click next. And then you do the normal stuff that you would type in the screen. So here it says how many amps do you want to shoot in. This battery is only a 1500 4-cell, so that'd be 1.5 amps. So go on my phone down to 1.5 amps. There we are. Then I hit start. Makes a bunch of sound. And it tells me I plugged the balance port into the wrong port. There's a port on there. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I plugged it into 6, 5, 4, 3 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I did it again. Look at my phone. So LiPo, I want channel C. Yes, that's good. 1.5 amps start. Should get pretty beeps this time, not crazy beeps. There we go. Everything we asked for, and you can see it's at 1.5 amps, now it says 1.52. Anyways, that's what I put in, and everything's correct. So it's going to charge. But the cool thing is that you can see on my phone app that it's showing me at the bottom. So I can see there's 4 cells in the 4-cell battery. I can see each of the cells charging. They have to get up to 4.2 volts to be fully charged, but right now they're only at 3.81. And at the top, it tells me all the information that's happening. It shows me my battery fuel capacity is only at 41%. And if I want to stop that, I just hit stop. It will stop. There we go. It's done. Other things on the app. You can set up the system in here on the app so that all the information is there. But what is most important is if you look at the bottom, you can do a firmware update, and I have the most current firmware. It's a really decent system, I tell you. And if you go to info, It's going to tell you everything about your battery that's in there and the resistance. It's really good on that channel, and you can change channels up top. There's no battery. There's only battery there, nothing there, nothing there. So that's it. I have nothing else to tell you about this. I find if I make these RC battery charger videos too long, people's eyes glaze over and they go to sleep if I get too much into the specifications and everything. So I'm going to leave it at that. Links are below. It's on the Banggood website. There's probably a discount code that you can get it much cheaper than you would normally get it. If you buy it soon, right after this video is posted, you probably have a good discount. So go check that out. And the only other thing I have to say is if you have questions on this charger, well, then post your questions below and I'll get back to you. But for now, I say I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you in a future video with many more cool reviews. Until then, I say bye.